Hi everyone, the Spiderman here. So guys, it's that dreaded day, I'm afraid. I've got to rehouse my giant centipede today, my Scolopendra Gigantea white leg. So I have my double lid enclosure with the double mesh, and I have a fake plant for decoration, a nice large piece of cork bark and a small piece of cork bark. So the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is get some substrate and put it in the enclosure. So everyone, with all the substrate sorted out, and there is around about 8 inches of substrate in there, which is perfectly fine. So the next thing I've got to do now is put the fake plant in, the cork bark and the water dish. So ladies and gentlemen, I have decided I'm going to put the big piece in first, and I've put a huge hole in there for the cork bark to go in, and I've just got to watch it goes just past the second lid, which he just comes to here. So yeah, that should do okay. So let's just put the substrate back. There we go. So with the little piece of cork bark put in as well at the back of the enclosure, and the centipede can go down the big part of the cork bark and do its own thing. So yeah, that looks perfectly fine. So only a couple of more things to do now, guys, is to put the fake plant in, which I'll do now, and the water dish, which is already in the old enclosure. I'll tip some boiling hot water over that to get any parasites or anything off it, just to give it a good clean. So yeah, just gives it a little bit of colour to the enclosure. So nearly done, guys. So you lovely people, with the water dish taken out of the old enclosure, and I've just got some boiling hot water and scalded all the water dish, and that looks nice and clean. So let's just put that inside the enclosure, and I'll fill that with some water a little bit later. There we go. And sphagnum, which holds humidity inside the enclosure, so I'll take some of that out and put it around here. And then the last part to do, guys, is to take the big centipede out of its enclosure. So with the sphagnum inside the enclosure and the water dish full, my centipede is just under its old piece of cork bark. So let's just take that out, and I'll use my 2-foot tongs. There we go. And there is my Scolopendra Gigantea white leg. Beautiful, beautiful centipede. Fairly rare in the hobby. You don't see them available that often. So he or she is got to be around about the 8 to 9 inch in body length, and these can obtain easily a 12 inch in body length. So what I'm going to do, guys, I'm going to get a nice large wing locust, give it a feed, leave it for about 5 minutes so it concentrates on eating its meal, and then I'll get my 2 12-inch tongs, pick it up very, very gently, and put it into its new enclosure. So here is the wing locust. And there we go. And you can see them beautiful colours. So I'd say probably another 2 months, and then it will be fully grown. So like I said, I'll leave it for about 5 minutes, guys. Let the centipede settle down and start eating its meal, and I'll remove it out of its enclosure. So ladies and gentlemen, like it's just said, 5 minutes later, now you can see that the centipede has settled down and started eating its meal. So I'm going to get my 2-foot tongs, because I need my other hand to hold the camera. So if I just zoom out a little bit, guys. Now I'm going to grasp it just by its head, but not too hard. Very, very softly. And if I let go, and I've got my second lid here. If I just close the lid, and there we go. Perfectly done. The centipede's not hurt in any way. And I think that was the best way to do it, is to distract the centipede first while it's eating its meal, and very gently grasp it with my 2-foot tongs and put it into its new enclosure. So it's having a good walk round, exploring its new surroundings. So yeah, I am very, very happy the way it's turned out. And if you look at the enclosure from a distance, what do you think, guys? Think it looks okay? Plenty more room for the centipede to walk around, and as you know, centipedes like to burrow down, so that's why I put 8 to 9 inches of substrate in there. So yeah, that didn't go too bad. So I hope you enjoyed this video, ladies and gentlemen. And thanks for watching, everyone.